Hello, everyone. This is Jim Okerzinski with your weekly lecture video. So, in this week's screencast video, I did spend some time talking about the discussion board post that was due this week about your topic for the review project. I provided an example of a post from one of my 1101 in-person students along with the template for the exercise in discussion board number 5, I believe it is, right? So the idea here is for you to begin developing that evaluative criteria to help you write your review and analyze your particular multimedia topic. So one item I do want to talk a little bit about here today is as you move towards developing that criteria, because the criteria is really important. And the idea behind this is demonstrated here in the textbook. I think if we look at the chart here in 7.3, the section in the textbook, it lists a criteria that we could all agree on. Helps us analyze anything from a smartphone to an academic source to a film to even an employment evaluation. Somewhere later on down the road, you might have to evaluate an employee. You might work in HR. But these are the categories of criteria there that we all use to determine whether something is good or not. And you have to look for the evidence to support that, like any analysis. So the idea here is for everyone to develop the criteria through that discussion board and the table in 7.3, which is in section 7.5. So while here the book talks about evaluating a film by selecting quotations, dialogue, or detailed, vivid descriptions, scenes, whatever it may be, if it's special effects. I mean, what about the special effects? Okay, look closely at your subject. Find a scene that would demonstrate perhaps what, I should say, how good the special effects might be. Those are always the best reviews. If you don't have criteria and some sort of a thesis-like statement for your evaluation, you will ultimately end up writing a summary, and that is something that is not the goal of this particular assignment. So I know there's a little bit of confusion as to where we're going or what's happening. We're talking about a web page here that's going to contain your review article. So I have an example here, and I will post this in the announcement along with my lecture video. Again, this is from one of my 1101 classes, in-person classes, the 16-week classes, and I'm going to highlight this one page and review on Groundhog Day. So I'm providing you an example of a web page that contains the review article. All right. This isn't, the purpose of this is just to demonstrate what the article might read like, criteria, and as far as how it is organized, the idea, the purpose behind the page. So we see here, this is the Groundhog Day, which is an interesting movie. Some of you might be familiar with it. What we have is we have the title and the byline. That's actually what we're supposed to do for this. Remember now, this is not an essay. You are writing an article in an article format. I will upload a example of that particular format to the assignment in the coming days. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but you see that here. So here is an article. You see a nice distinct design, alternating text boxes and images. The text on the page looks even. It looks well designed out, breaks with images, spaced for easy reading. We have smaller chunks of information here, and by that I mean more smaller paragraphs with some white space, allowing for a quick and easy read. This is the way we like to consume text on an internet page. Nothing turns us off more than just clicking on a page and having a large block of text to try to sort through. both space-wise and really it just gets offensive. We always end up uh, bouncing to another page. One thing I do want to point out now is and I mentioned it in an email, is that my in-person classes do this as a group project. Okay, I want to think this is critical. This is a group project, so they prepare a website where 3 to 4 students come together and they build a site. They each have their individual pages. Okay, so before you click around on this public link, what happens is if you want to notice that it might be a part of a site, it is a part of the site. That is their assignment. That is not your assignment. So I want to make that clear. Yours is your review article in a single web page that is demonstrated here. All right. I hope this helps with any kind of questions that you might have about the end, I should say the end product, the end article and site. I have a Google Sites tutorial in here that you can search around on how to build a web page in Google Sites. It's pretty much straightforward. You can go right into your Google Drive. The key to this is always publishing that link and being able to, I want to be able to look at it from the outside in, like somebody that would be reading your review, and I'll grade from there. Okay, more on the publish link in the process as we move along, and then I'll have an example of a review article in the next few days. If you have any questions, issues, send me an email. Good luck.